Ladies and gentlemen, this is now the Breast Cancer Diabetes Awareness Walk discussion.
Well, first of all,
Can I turn
thank
it
you
around?
all for tuning in. Thank all of you all for actually coming out and
There we go.
walking. The most important thing is a little bit lower. Yeah. And after all that's done, it was fun doing the walk, it was fun taking pictures, all that good stuff. But this is where the work starts. These are the stories, and these are their stories. So what I want to do, because a lot of times with breast cancer, with diabetes, nobody knows what people go through, what the families go through. Because when one person goes through it, the family goes through it. And so as you all are talking, share the support or not that your family has provided you, because I think that is of the utmost importance, is to share that information. So I want people to know. So now these are their stories, and they're going to share it from their perspective. All right? So, Mary, folks, we're going to start with you, and I want you to share your story in your way.
The reason why my story is, you really touched me when you did that. It's so important to tell to other people is because the two names I just mentioned, Rosie and Joanne, they both died from cancer. And the thing is that I was stricken with cancer before they were ever diagnosed, 5 or 6 years down the road. And to everyone's surprise, Joanne got cancer. The doctor said within so many months she was going to die. And sometimes the doctors know what they're talking about, sometimes they don't. Sadly, in Rosie and Joanne's case, they were right. Then Rosie got diagnosed. But the beautiful story about Rosie is that when I went through my cancer ordeal, she hadn't been diagnosed yet. She came, I had 5 children at the time, they were very small. She came and took care of me. And that meant so much to me. And then when she went through her ordeal, God had healed me and delivered me, so I was able to help take care of her. And you never know what your journey's going to be. So when she was helping me out, and I'm going to be blunt about it, suppositories, if anybody knows what that is, the vomiting, everything that I went through, she was there. And when Trista mentioned earlier about your families are important.
Yes.
Unfortunately, with my situation, when I was going through, I had family members, that were like maybe on drugs or living another lifestyle, and I didn't have that support. So this young lady came and helped take care of me when my family couldn't. So I'm so grateful to God that and actually I dealt with being very ill, less than 100 pounds, for about 2 years. Wow. Very sick. And by the time they found out my cancer diagnosis, and I'm going to tell you something about these doctors. They can tell from your blood work and stuff that something's going on. They can tell if it's cancer, Crohn's, or whatever it is, but they have to find it. They have to find out where it's at in your body. So that's why it took 2 years for me. And the medical doctors were not then what they are now. So me going to Loyola, U of I, I'm like everywhere, and then came right back to Aurora, and one little old doctor, Dr. Gotcha, who passed on now, had found it. And at that point, I'm 100 pounds down. I'm sick. Couldn't stand the smell of food. And I don't know about anyone else here on the panel, but even though it's been so long ago, I still, to this day, I have some of the, I'm going to say the trauma, like she said, that sometimes smell of food makes me sick. When you're going through cancer, the smell of food can make your stomach acidic and turn you. When you're I took the chemo pills and stuff, and it makes you really sick. I had lost all my hair. I found pictures that I never ever wanted to see me in that part of my life. Less than 100 pounds, that lost all my hair, looking like Ethiopia. What you see right now, this ain't nothing but God Almighty Himself. And I said it earlier that what I did was I went into deep depression. That allowed me to be sicker than what I was. And the truth is, one day God came and whispered to me on my mom's couch and said to me, you might as well to get up because you ain't finna die. You might as well to get up. You can lay here in agony or you can get up. And so one day I got the because you know how you're so fatigued and weak and you can't move, and I was so small. And then I got the and I had 5 little kids I had to take care of, and my mama was getting tired of taking care of them. So he gave me that I was able to go home. People came. I know about home care from many years ago. Come to my house and help me with my kids and everything. So a lot of people don't realize that. When you're going through, you have home care, your insurance, even Medicaid. You know, I was only on Medicaid at that time. And they paid for them to come in the house.
That's wonderful.
And I also had respite, where people came in, took care of my kids, so that I can have that time to be in the room and be sick. Take care of myself, have that time. So my message to anyone, like I said earlier, is that early detection is so important. I ran from it. The doctors were going to freeze the cancer where it was at. And one day the Spirit just said, you might as well go ahead and have it, because if you have it, I'm going to take care of you. So if you haven't figured it out, I'm very spiritual. I wasn't so spiritual then. That's how I sinked into depression. But I thank God for where he has me at now in my life. And for each and every woman here on this panel, I have a little thing in my bag that says, girl, we can do it.
That's
and if
right.
we're sitting here right now, we are doing it, and we're going to continue to do it. For everybody that's here, I love you. And cancer does suck, but guess what? That cancer sucks.